Hi, everybody. It is the live Monica Makes It Happen Facebook show number 119. And well, Elle and I, my producer, and of course, Amanda, we have a new producer as well. Our team has decided that we are going to support small businesses till the very last day of this pandemic because we know you need us. And guess what? If you're watching, I want you to show a clap of hands. I want you to show your support for our small businesses. We have quite a panel lined up tonight. Take a look at all of these business owners, all ladies, they're bosses, and they need your support. So we're going to talk about their businesses, what they're doing, not to just survive during the pandemic, but to thrive. And each one of them has an incredible story that if you have a small business, you might want to ask them some questions. They're called Phaseless Businesses. And what that means exactly, my colleague, Shirley Chen, has more.
For the first time in 5 months, Glow Bar is opening its doors, but just for our Pix 11 crew.
Brand new concept in skincare, which is 30-minute only customized facials.
Rachel Liverman and Neha Govindraj opened Glow Bar in June of 2019. It took off, quickly developing a clientele. The appointment calendar was booked 6 weeks in advance. They even opened a second location when COVID-19 shut them down.
That timeline is just getting extended every day that we're closed with no open in sight.
When the state began outlining a reopening plan, Glow Bar was excited and taking measures to safely bring back their clients and the 30 employees they had to furlough. When salons reopened under the guidelines for phase 3, it stated personal care services that require customers to remove face coverings are prohibited. But Glow Bar and others like it are unique because the only service they provide is facials. Rachel says they don't appear to fall under any of the phases.
It seems like the governor has overlooked us completely. We have gotten no direction from him and his team. We've gotten no response from him and his team.
This week, Governor Cuomo laid out plans for gyms, museums, and even bowling alleys to reopen, but nothing yet on places like Glow Bar. Adding to the confusion, people can still get facials from a dermatologist because they're considered medical, but cannot at Glow Bar because they're considered cosmetic.
I respect the medical field, and the medical spas are incredible, but it feels really unfair, and it just feels like the governor and his team are deprioritizing our industry.
When given the green light, they're ready to go. They have a stock of PPE and added safety precautions in place to keep their clients and staff safe.
Our estheticians have 600 hours plus of training, and 60 to 75% of that is in sanitation.
And we reached out to Governor Cuomo's office. They give us this statement. Thanks to our data-driven public health policies and New Yorkers' hard work, we have achieved and so far maintained one of the lowest rates of infection in the country, but now hotspots are popping up across the country. We are continuing to monitor how and when higher risk spa services like facials can safely resume. Now, Rachel and owners of similar businesses like Glow Bar, they have banded together and they have put together an online petition. They're also hoping to meet with the governor to discuss ways that they can safely reopen. We're live in Tribeca tonight. I'm Shirley Chan.
Thank you, Shirley. We really appreciate that. And, you know, a lot of you are watching. Jeff, John, Melanie, everybody's saying hi. What we're doing tonight is we're supporting our small businesses. There's a lot of questions about phaseless businesses and what does that mean? Like, what are the next steps? Strong words for the governor there. We happen to have Linda Pagan here with the hat shop. She's the one wearing the beautiful hat, and she has she's been working with the governor and the state and has information about legislation that could possibly help a lot of businesses across our city. We also have Neha Gavinridge, who is from Glow Bar, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about what has happened since that story aired. I think a lot has happened. Diva Dance is in the house. Chelsea Freeman doing a little shimmy. And our Mind, Body, Soul Yoga, we have to say, is here as well. And, you know, starting off with Glow Bar and Neha. Neha, you have 2 locations in Tribeca on the Upper East Side. We heard all about your business. That was about 8 days ago. Can you give us an update on how you're doing?
Yeah, so we actually still remain closed today. And we're upset to see that, just because we feel that it's a little bit inconsistent with a lot of what's happening. So we've heard anecdotally, and we've also seen other players in the industry like medical spas and Botox spas that have been able actually to provide facials, given that it's administered by RNs, and we unfortunately are not, because it's administered by estheticians, which really should not make a difference. And so we're continuing to do what we can and generate momentum along the cause. So we've actually launched a campaign on our social media channels.
Really?
Glow Bar. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, again, where is that? And we'll have, I think Elle can try to put that up so people could, join the movement. Because what I saw with the daycare centers, it wasn't until the daycare center said, hey, what's going on? You have to make some noise, that the governor and that this, the mayor actually listens. They watch these shows and they watch media coverage. So maybe this could make a difference tonight. I'm hoping. Diva Dance is here. Diva Dance, Chelsea Freeman. I just love what you do. How are you doing through this pandemic? Like, how everything has changed for you?
Yeah, it's been interesting, but it's also been great too, because we've been able to pivot really quickly thanks to our wonderful HQ team over in Austin. We've moved our whole platform and all of our classes to an online live stream sessions. So,
awesome.
Our clients have still been able to take classes, from their home, but it's also been great to still see them connect. Our community is super, super important to us, and instilling confidence even within your home is also one of our big pillars as well. So seeing them still be able to flash a smile, let their hair down, even throughout all that's been going on, has been really, really great for us.
Really, you need that. Don't you need that right now?
Absolutely.
And it's so refreshing that you're doing that on a live stream. And it's like, everything's changed, but you're still, the concept is the same, and you're still uplifting people in their living rooms. So it's kind of, and again, it's Diva Dance. We also have Mind, Body, Soul Yoga here. When you think of that, you think of these tightly packed rooms and a lot of sweat. When I used to do yoga a long time ago, how can you do it safely? Wonder if there's a delay. Maybe she can't hear us. It's possible.
I don't think we can, and I have to be able to do. Oh, yeah. Tell me when I'm out. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. There's a little bit of a delay, but no, I like that you're telling us the honest truth. It's hard for you to continue your business. So honestly, if people are watching, what do you want them to know about your business and what you're doing now?
We're online. Very quickly, we pivoted online. I mean, we had our 11th birthday on March 16th, but we were closed by March 14th, and we were offering all of our classes online live stream really quickly. We needed to pivot, and we did. And our community is amazing, and our teachers are amazing, and the whole team really rallied to make yoga happen for people in their homes during quarantine. So we've been able to pivot. And, in terms of the phases, I think we're clumped in gyms, although there's no mention of yoga studios or group classes in any of the conversations.
Wow.
And it's, a lot of the requirements in terms of the ventilation systems are completely financially inaccessible to a lot of the small sort of yoga studios, the boutique yoga studios. So we're going to remain online for as long as possible, as long as we can.
And I'm getting the sense that you're falling through the cracks. These businesses are the ones falling through the cracks of the system, and that are some of the most important businesses, because when you think about it, what you're doing, your yoga studio is doing, is keeping us sane during these times. So we need you even more than ever. So is there that frustration where you feel that you're falling through the cracks, and you're one of the most important businesses to so many?
Yeah, I feel like, yes, we are we're falling through the cracks to a certain extent. What I'd like to see are more conversations regarding commercial rent forgiveness. And I mean, this is the main problem right now for small businesses that can't operate and can't use our spaces, is that we still have these enormous New York City commercial rent obligations. And those obligations are not going away. And it really depends upon the landlord and what they can do or what they want to do in terms of helping these small businesses. If my landlord, and I'm negotiating right now, if my landlord is able to help me not come out of this with, 6 figures in debt, then I can stay in business. But if they're going to, really keep me to the lease agreement, then I will go out of business. It's that simple for most of these small businesses. And, you know, state funds, federal funds, funds from somewhere that help.
Anywhere, right? Give it to us. And that's such a good segue, what you said to Linda Pagan, because Linda, you have about, I think you're the hat shop in Soho. So everyone go and check her out and buy hats. But you're also part of an alliance of like 80 or 90 small businesses in Soho. And you don't normally think of small business. When you think of Soho, you think of those blockbuster, big businesses. But there are a lot of small mom and pop stores in Soho that right now really need our support. And you're saying it needs to happen with state legislation. You've been pushing pretty hard, right, Linda?
Yes. So, I mean, just quickly, my hat shop is okay. As everybody else did, we adapted, and we didn't have an internet business. And then I just started using Instagram to directly put out these really crazy videos that people seem to really like. And I just told everybody, call me 212-219-1445. Everybody was lonely at home. So people just called and I would have like a half-hour conversation. And also we've been around for 25 years, so we have a lot of repeat customers. But I'm the president of Soho Village, which is Thompson, Sullivan, McDougall, and there's not one chain or luxury store in those streets. And so we're dealing with restaurants, barbershops, hairdressers, facial salons, the chemist. So we have Soho Village, and I'm the president of that. And then we were connected by Cooper Square Committee, which is one of the oldest neighborhood associations. And we have joined a coalition of different neighborhoods. And I would say to the ladies and the viewers out there, if you know of a chamber of commerce in your neighborhood or a merchants association, contact me, because we're building a coalition across all 5 boroughs and the New York State. And it's called Save Our Storefronts. SOOS.
That's so great. That is so awesome. SOS is, and you know what I just thought of? Linda, I think everyone should wear a hat in their Zooms for work. So I need to buy a hat from your store. And I think everyone who's watching this Facebook, go buy a hat from Linda and wear it in your Zooms and show support. Right, Elle?
Absolutely. And I'm actually seeing so many good comments. Jules Ortiz says, I really hope you guys are able to reopen soon and receive the guidance that you need. Vargas says, you ladies are amazing. Please continue to find a way to share your stories and your products online. And actually, Vargas asked, is there anything that they can do, that she can do, and maybe our audience can do to help support you guys?
That's a good question. Why don't we, Reha, you start.
So for Glowbar specifically, we actually, once the pandemic hit, we launched virtual consults, which are bookable on our website, and they are free. So it's for anyone to just come and talk about their skin. And we've also launched an e-commerce page to then shop any products that are recommended to you. So if you want to help support Glowbar, go book your free consult, talk to one of our estheticians, and help us help you start taking better care of your skin.
What can we do for Diva Dance, Chelsea?
Yeah, so actually, you know, like I said, we have our live stream classes going on. We have 14 live stream classes a week. So that's twice a day, 7 days a week, which is great. We're also working diligently trying to get our outdoor classes going, because, you know, there are a lot of outdoor spaces in the city. So hopefully we can get that going, fingers crossed. But yeah, if you just follow us on Instagram at Diva Dance NYC, we actually are having a giveaway right now. So the first 10 viewers to DM us with the word slay will get a free online class from us.
So I love when you do free. So slay. Okay, Elle, we got to put that information in. Elle, you've taken these classes. These classes are incredible, right?
They're so much fun. They're a lot of fun.
Oh my God. And so now moving to Mind, Body, and Soul Yoga, how can we support you?
Yeah, thank you. We're online. And so mindbodysoulyoga.com. We have an entire digital studio of live stream classes and specialty classes and on-demand classes. And, you know, I would say, you know, definitely support me, but also look in your community. This is New York City. We're very community-based. And so look around in your neighborhood and see what businesses you may support in your neighborhood, in your zip code. Go online, see if you can buy gift certificates, buy takeout, buy yoga classes, exercise classes, right? So we support with our money these days, and this is you know how it is.
These are amazing services too. So Linda, how can we support your? Well, I already suggested everyone should buy a hat, and I'm going to wear a hat in my Zoom meetings. from now on?
What I would say is contact me, because what I'm really working on is rent relief.
Yeah.
And that is the most important thing for all small businesses, because the rent is just, we're working on a bill sponsored by Harvey Epstein and Brad Hoylman. And that's what Save Our Storefronts is about. It's about rent relief, and it's equitable. You don't need to be afraid of your landlord, because it says that we will pay 1/3 of our rent. The landlord will forgive 1/3 of the rent, and the state, when it gets its federal funds, will make up the difference. So for all these entrepreneurs out there, contact me, not necessarily about a hat, but about rent relief. It's really, really important that we all come together and get this bill passed.
And I'm going to be watching you. You're going to hopefully be working with the governor on this. There'll be some special announcements coming real soon. Elle, what are people saying?
I'm just seeing a lot of comments of people supporting, and just, I think a lot of people, it resonates with them, because we do have a lot of small business owners who follow us. And even in, the Small Business Spotlight series we've been doing, we see so many similar stories. I think one question that I saw from Elinda come up was, what guidance are you guys looking for now? I mean, do you think you're part of a phase 5 almost, or what else do you guys need in order to actually safely reopen?
Chelsea seems to want to answer that question. Chelsea?
Yeah, I mean, right now, yes, we are phaseless. I assume we fall under the gyms, even though, we are dance classes. So I would love to see, maybe some extra collaborative efforts in, we can have our classes in these spaces, or even, working with the city, allowing us to have designated spaces around the city for us to hold our classes, and maybe even just giving us permitted areas for us to, be able to continue on.
What I love too is that all the politicians, there's a lot of talk, but we need to see the money, the funding, and the legislation. And we need to see them wearing a hat and doing yoga and doing some dancing as well. Like, support the businesses. We don't need talk. We need action. And so that's what you girls have been all about. And it's so great to know all of you. We're going to put the information about your businesses out there so that people can support. That's what the show is all about. You're making it happen, one small business at a time. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to watch at 5:45 every night on Pix 11. Thanks, ladies.